Hello to all you Taurians, hello and welcome to this monthly general horoscope for Taurians for the month of May 2013. First of all, just a little bit about my name. I get clients who really ask what the pronunciation is of my name. I know it has nothing to do with you, but my name is the pronunciation is Veerle. So it's not Veerle or Veerle, it's Veerle. It's typical Flemish name and very common here. But let's get back to you. Let's get back to Taurians and to the Taurus horoscope for the month of May. It's very interesting because you're going to have an eclipse in your sign, and it's a very interesting one. And the other thing is going on is another eclipse. And then there is a theme going on about Caput Algol. I will talk about that in a minute. And then of course Pluto-Uranus, but that's just on the background. Let's start with this solar eclipse. So at the 10th of May, and there will be a building up towards this date. The 10th of May, there is a solar eclipse in your sign at 19 degrees of Taurus. So if you have some planets or an ascendant or a descendant, an MC or an IC around those degrees is going to be very significant for you. It's not only a solar eclipse, so the sun and the moon conjuncting at 19 degrees of Taurus, it's also Mercury and Mars conjuncting very closely, and of course the nodes. So it's a cluster of all planets in your sign. There's this beam on you. There is this new beginning, new start. A new moon has to do with new beginnings and endings also. It has to do with you and in direct relationship also with another person. Or if you are single, you will really try to have your own identity and your own identification, and then go towards other people to hopefully be open to let other people come into your life. When you have, and I think I've been talking about this quite a while for you Taurians, because a lot is happening on your axis lately. Also when you have a very bad relationship, it could be the time that you choose for yourself, that you say, hey, I really have to start all over again. And that could be the case as well. If you are in a relationship, it could mean that you really find yourself again, which is also nice. Okay, so a really beam on you, a fresh new entering into the world. It's also a good time to change your look, actually, for the better, hopefully. And so I think most Taurians really, they have such a good, I always find that Taurians do have such a good stylish thing, you know, even when they're not considering or not finding appearances and clothes or anything important, they really do have a good eye on that mostly. But anyway, what is going on next? There is at the 21st of May, there is also the Pluto-Uranus square in an exact square. Now, this is going on for a while, and I don't believe in the fact that when these two planets are exactly squaring, that at that date, the 21st, something happens. No, it's a building up, and for some, they feel it already way earlier. And they already have been doing a lot of work when it considers the Pluto-Uranus square, which we all have in our horoscopes. It's about where we want to change, when we want to transform, when we want to liberate ourselves. And for you, it has to do with Pluto in Capricorn. And it has to do, so which is your 8th house, the house of transformation actually. Sorry, the 9th house, sorry. I'm not good in counting. Yes, it's the 9th house. So your belief system transforms. And many people think that 9th house isn't that important, but it is. When your belief system transforms, it means the whole chart is changing. And you do have Uranus in your 12th house. So yes, there are also unconscious things becoming conscious in peaks. Every now and then there is this little light that comes to the light. And in other words, there is really a lot of stuff that you are becoming to see from an unconscious level to a conscious level. You know, the ninth house, the higher connection that you have, and you transform because of that. Now, there is at the 25th, or around the 25th of May, a lunar eclipse. And that lunar eclipse is in Sagittarius, which is all about truth, and it's opposing the sun in Gemini. Now for you, that is the 2nd house, and that is also the 8th house. That was what I wanted to talk about first. So this full moon in Sagittarius is about something that comes to light, that has to do with the mastering of your of difficulties in life. So whether it is a relationship or a job or whatever, there is something that will come to light when it considers other people's values, other people's money. But I think for most of you, it will consider the hidden fears that you have. So something comes to knowledge there. And that is good, even when it squares up to Neptune, which is in Pisces. And Neptune is in your 11th house, so I don't think in House of Aspirations and Friends, I don't think that will be too hard for you. Neptune sometimes makes things a bit more misty, especially with this square. But I think you will, I think many big things are coming to, are becoming more clear for you in general, especially with that solar eclipse in your sign. It should point to new beginnings, so to new information that you have gathered, and you can step forwards from that. The only thing that for all of us is a bit tricky, but the more we are aware of it, the better, is that Caput Algol star. It's a fixed star, Caput Algol, and I think the word alcohol is derived from Caput Algol. It's a star associated with losing one's mind. So it's at 25-26 degrees of Taurus. And what is happening, this solar eclipse on the 10th is at 19 degrees. And then after that solar eclipse, those 4 planets are coming near that Caput Algol. So it simply means that don't go over the top. You know, that new identity that you want to show, don't go over the top. That's the only thing I want to warn you for. And I think most Taurians, they don't always go over the top, or at least they know and are aware of it, and that's half of the knowledge and the importance, I think. So also around the 25th, when that lunar eclipse is, Mars is bang on Caput Algol. That could be a day or a day or two where you want to mind your steps, your actions. So be aware that if you have the slightest feeling of, I'm losing my mind here a little bit, just step backwards, you know, be objective and try to not go into the madness for those couple of days. But I don't think it won't be that heavy. It sounds heavier than it is. It's just a couple of days with these faster planets like Mars and Mercury and the Sun and the Moon. So it's just a bit of a flavor. So very interesting month though for Taurians. I wish you all the best with it, and see you next month. Bye bye.